Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is Monday. You know what that means. It means it's time for the NBA Game 7.
That's right.
The Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics.
That's what's really happening.
And in other news, there's some wrestling on.
Yeah, that's that Raw crap.
But nothing too exciting. Looks like they're going to start it out with Seth Rollins and his participation trophy award show.
Ooh, is that what they're going to start with? Weird.
Yes, it is participation time. It's for people that participate but can't be Roman.
Oh! He's coming down through the audience. It's exciting. We have some people in the chat. Walter's out there. Hey, Walter. We also have Sophie with us.
Whoa!
Hey, Sophie. We also have Harley and Joshua Phillips. Hey, Joshua.
Hey,
how's it
Joshua.
going? How are you doing today? Says, hi, guys. I'm here. What's up? Not much. Just watching some Raw. You know, seeing what the fallout is from the pay-per-view. We got our WWE Heavyweight Champion coming down, Seth Rollins. We also have that 7th game of the NBA playoffs happening on the other side. So we'll see how that goes. Harley says, hello, everybody. Hi, Harley. Walter says, hey, Travis, hey, Daphne. Good pay-per-views this weekend. Raw tonight, iconic. Sophie says, hi, how was the pay-per-view last night?
It was all right. It actually went by pretty quick.
Yeah, that last match was kind of hard.
But the rest of the show was good.
Most of it went by pretty good. Most AEWs usually do. They're pretty action-packed. Walter says Roman Reigns will be mad. Walter also says Seth Rollins, congrats. Chris says, hey, Travis and Dee. Hey, Chris, good to see you tonight. Sophie says, so Seth is doing the Shield entrance tonight. I don't know if I'd really consider that the Shield entrance, but what are you doing back there?
Coming through the crowd, that's how they came in. So, yes.
Joshua says, I'm good. Chris says, best thing all weekend, Tiffany Stratton became champ. Yes.
Yeah, probably
that did happen.
the highlight of the weekend.
The NXT Women's Champion was Tiffany Stratton. Sophie says, did you watch the NXT pay-per-view as well? Yep, we did watch a little bit of that. Gave some updates on it. Pickle's in the chat. Hey, Pickle, good to see you. Says, prepping myself for this historic GM7. Yeah?
Shit.
Let me pull it. Stop. I need you to stay. I need you to stay. I need you to stay out of the window, baby.
Burn it down.
Okay.
What is this? I don't want this.
I don't want it either.
Well, now I can't get fucking screenshots.
Do escape.
Yeah, but it's still not letting me do it. He's got his wife's boots on.
He wore his wife's clothes? That's weird. Is there one that just says the whole screen, maybe? Full screen? I don't know why that's happened, doing that. Sorry. Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to figure something else out on the side here. Walter says, I'm glad Jade Cargill lost last night.
What? Well, maybe. It might work out good. She might become heavyweight champion.
I'm not sure I'm happy about it. I don't know.
It just depends on what they do. If they push her to the top of the mountain, then it's great.
Joshua says, I'd say Roman Reigns will be mad because of Jimmy super kicking. Walter says, hey, Cat Leopold. And Piccolo says, what up, losers? Get in the car. We heading to the mall. Walter says, go Celtics for NBA. Sophie says, Stephanie became the 100th woman to win the NXT Women's Championship. John Sparklin in the chat. Hey, John. Good to see you tonight. Says, hey, peeps. Chris says, so now Seth thinks he's a gangster because he has on a pair of Locks sunglasses.
Yeah, he's G'd up from the feet up. Look at his feet. That's what all the gangsters are wearing.
All the pimp ones. So it says at least they got plenty of time to build for the next pay-per-view. Harley says, I am also watching the Game 6 of Dallas Stars versus Vegas Golden Knights.
Dang, there's a Game 7 over there too, huh?
Piccolo says, so who's Seth's first opponent? I don't know, but I bet
I was asked that today.
We were talking about that before we got on. Vindicator's in the chat. Hey, Vin. Good to see you. Says, so weird. Feels like I just saw you guys 24 hours ago. Maybe it was a dream. I guess Seth is auditioning for a boy band or Old Spice commercial after the show.
That's something.
Maybe. Sophie says, wonder who will face Seth at Money in the Bank. I don't know, but they could start building some stuff up for all that, right? Good for them. He deserves it. Whatever it is.
Being a participation trophy winner.
He does. Piccolo says, right, he's more of a pimp. He totally has the shoes, the glasses. He's got the walk down. He's very pimp-like. All he needs is a big old hat, which sometimes he does wear.
Like a big purple one.
And he just needs one of those weird canes. And he'll be perfect.
All right. Well, Seth's telling us what he's going to do. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's trying to make it a legit title, but anybody with eyeballs knows it's not legit.
Right. Robbie in the chat. Hey, Robbie says, what is good?
What is good?
Stuff.
Rain.
Walter says, okay, Seth. Promo, hurry up. There's matches. Walter. Thing of it is, there's probably not a lot of them. And Seth deserves to have his moment. Sophie says, the Raw roster does have fresh faces for Seth to face for the World Heavyweight Championship. Sure. I'm sure it'll be people we see all the time, though.
Tommaso Ciampa's going to be back tonight, arguably. I've heard that. I don't know if arguably is the right way to say that. Simp.
And John says Seth took a bump to the head, put Becky clothes on in the closet.
Yeah.
He's like, I found your blouse. I really like it.
With the lights off.
Oh, these shoes look great with this blouse.
He was on the dark side of the closet.
He's like, I really like those leather pants. Can I try them on? Or he's like, D would suit that Seth look. And Sophie says, that a dig at Roman with what he's saying about a champion that wants to be there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's weird. I don't know why he keeps digging at Roman.
Chris says Rollins is smoking that copium if he thinks he's the real champion.
Yeah, exactly.
He is a champion, just of a new belt, which
it was just
is a participation
trophy. Handed out trophy.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But Seth's fun.
All right.
AJ Styles coming out. That's going to be his first feud. The guy he beat for it.
He's on SmackDown. That's weird. Maybe he had to come out to... Oh, he's
dressed in street clothes.
See, why don't people just wear normal stuff like that?
To wrestling?
No. To come
like
out
Seth? Yeah.
He looks like a normal person. He actually looks good in clothes. That's what I'm saying. Like, they sometimes wear normal clothes. They look better than when they wear some of the crap they wear.
They don't want none. Do you like the 3/4 sleeves? It might be full sleeves rolled up.
He's just wearing a Henley shirt. I like those where they button right there just a little bit. And Joshua says, did he come out to the old Rollins music or same?
Just his music.
His normal music where everybody sings to it. Nothing extra or different about it. Piccolo says we had discussed earlier who has more TV shows, Nick Cannon or Gordon Ramsay, feels like 10 apiece. Ugh, that's a lot of crazy. Sophie says every time Seth and Roman face each other, Seth always wins. And Robbie says, D, would you rewatch that AEW pay-per-view again, or is once enough? Once was too much, let's put it that way.
Yeah, there's
Vindicator says predictable if it's going to be Seth versus AJ rematch. Sophie says, why is AJ Styles here? He is part of SmackDown. Sophie says, so what was the point of the draft if they have already broken the brand split rules?
That's what it's about, Sophie. They don't care. And it was fun. People watched the episodes. People tuned in. They had a whole bunch of people watching.
They just wanted to do it so you'd ask weird questions and get all upset about it.
Babe.
Robbie says the stream keeps bugging. Nice.
Yeah, it does look like it. It's unread.
Sorry.
Now it's back to green. Now it's back. Now it's down again.
Pickle says long sleeve shirts under short sleeve shirts. The emo look. No. He's just wearing a Henley. I think he's being all sarcastic about it.
Yeah, I don't know where they're heading with this. AJ's kissing his feet, washing his feet with his tears. Whoa! After the beating I gave you, you earned this.
Ooh, a shake of his hand.
They're going to touch paws. There it is. Men congratulating each other. One dressed as a woman.
The other one dressed as a normal man.
Right.
Pico says you don't have to explain it. It's sports entertainment.
Do we know
says,
this
I'm taking
music?
Advil now. Yeah, I bet it totally made you all butt hurts, John.
Oh, Judgment Day.
Robbie says AJ Styles will win the title again. I'm sure. I don't think AJ Styles wants anything to do with that title, Robbie.
No, not this one.
Not even a little bit. If anything, he'd go after Roman because he's on that one. Maybe Asuka's going to be on here so they can exchange the belts.
Yeah, maybe. The power of positivity.
Pico says, any good series on? I don't know.
No idea.
I don't really pay much attention
Monday
to them.
Night Raw's on every week. That's a good one.
So Pico, I'm not sure.
NBA Game 7's on tonight.
Vindicator says, so if Styles does stay on SmackDown, then Finn will be the obvious challenge.
Yeah. That's weird, though, right?
Styles isn't going to be on SmackDown.
I mean,
well, Styles is going to be on SmackDown.
Finn Balor's the 5 feet of fury or whatever. It's like Alexa Bliss being champion. Murphy getting cuckolded.
She's been, yeah.
He's getting cuckolded there by Dame or Dom or whatever his name.
I heard Dum Dum.
Yeah, he's definitely a dum-dum.
That's what I heard. I heard Dum Dum, but Vindicator says Asuka should give up that belt to someone who's not weird and can actually cut promos. Why, Vin? I thought you didn't want people to cut promos. Why, I beat you. Chris says, here comes my boy Fergal Devitt, a.k.a. Finn Balor. Robbie says, brand split don't really matter. Robert Warney in the chat. Hey, Robert, good to see you tonight. Says, hey, what's up? Not much, just watching Raw and the 7th game of some basketball. Quentin Mitchell in the chat. Hey, Quentin says, Seth should have a new gimmick, a conductor. Yeah?
Lebo. Bring it.
Robbie's like, what's Rhea gonna do? I don't know.
Just stand there with her boobs out.
Chris says Seth getting cucked.
Murphy getting cucked.
Well, we know that, what's his face is?
Murphy?
Yeah, that guy, Murphy.
That's what I said Murphy is.
We know that Murphy's getting cucked. We got told that by Max Caster and
his rap.
his rap. Which was hilarious.
Best one so far? Well, right there was Simone Biles one.
Robbie says, so Condom thinks he's got a chance for the title. No, I think that Rhea thinks he has a chance for the title, and then he just followed along because he doesn't know how to think for himself. Robbie says that. Robert says, yeah, I missed Night of Champions. I had to work. Sorry, man. Did you get a chance to
get back and watch any of it?
Get back to watching it or something or anything like that? Or I was like, this stream, man. LOL. Sorry, dude. There's nothing we can do about our internet, Robbie. If our internet's having a bug out, that's on the internet side. We can't make it do better. We could just leave, I guess, and not come back. Piccolo says, I had found an upload of the caster rap. So savage. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Daz says, big up. Hope you are both well. What's the card for Money in the Bank qualifiers, please?
I don't know if they said any, except for this one, the Bronson Reed, Shinsuke
versus
Nakamura.
Bronson.
And I know they had announced some for SmackDown.
Yeah.
But here, our first one, Ricochet.
It's happening right now for the qualifying, but I didn't catch any of the other ones that they talked about, but I don't go online, so for WWE stuff. Robert
Ricochet
says,
and The Miz starting it out.
Yeah. Ricochet and The Miz, huh? Interesting. Robert says, what happened on Night of Champions? I missed it. I had to work. And Piccolo says, Robert, have you checked out the replay? Ravi says, I thought I was listening Jive Bunny Man. And Harley says, that or they are doing 3 ways with Real. Ravi says D. And Robert, message retracted.
So Ricochet is going to win this, I would assume.
Yeah, we don't want Miz to win. How terrifyingly dumb.
So, I mean, obviously Ricochet would be exciting in a ladder match because that's what it's for.
Right?
Money in the Bank. But it's weird to have him in it, period. Like, I get that it's exciting, but at the same time, like, can they not find better people to be in this damn thing?
I guess.
Maybe they're
Robert
just
says,
not going that
well,
route.
I have to watch it on replay from the beginning. Daz says, yo, Ravi, hope you are well today. Yeah, Robert, I mean, unless you want to know who won, I mean, we can tell you, like, all the winners and stuff, but I'm not sure if that's what you want. Or if you actually want to watch it. I mean, there are some matches in it that are pretty good. Good enough to watch it if you want to watch it.
Yeah.
But that's up to you.
Guess we do have results. I have them right here.
Yeah, but we do have the results if you just want to know who won. Robbie says, yo, Daz.
Orange Cassidy wrestled the whole entire roster. It did pretty good.
We're talking about Night of Champions, not AEW pay-per-view, but we have
that
those
was 2 days
results as
ago.
well.
That one's here.
Yeah.
There's some surprises on that one. Like new champions.
Right. Robbie says D would also recommend the AEW pay-per-view. Robert says I'll just watch it. That's good, Robert. I mean, if you have the time. Sophie says that tag team match is going to be a banger. Is it? It's a good thing
Banger.
we're using English words now in America.
Banging it.
Sounds stupid.
So what you want to do is just bang it if you can.
That sounds so dumb. It's gonna be a banger.
Like a gangbang, but with wrestlers.
Oh, God.
Rhea's in it, it's fine.
Piccolo says, by the way, I was curious if a Scorpio Sky appearance happened. I didn't see him.
I never saw Scorpio Sky, so no.
I don't remember seeing him on AEW.
Unless he was in that battle royal at the beginning, but I didn't see him in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No.
Piccolo's like a drum.
Why do you have a band-aid on your thumb?
I tried to cut it off with a knife.
Was it a sharp knife?
It was the one I usually use to cut cheese because it's long. I was cutting out the butter, and it was still kind of frozen. I knew better to keep my thumb out of the way. And the first few times I did, and the last time I went to cut it, I didn't. So it slipped and decided to chop off my thumb.
At the bone?
Almost. Robert says, yeah, thanks, I appreciate it. He wanting to tell me the results of who won.
Yeah, getting yelled at. Who's he talking to? H?
Who?
Since AJ's on SmackDown.
let Seth speak for me anymore.
What are you afraid of, doll? Make it official then.
Throw a chair. I do need to change my pants.
It's official.
They just talked about, Sophie, if you're really interested to know, they talked about the brand split and how it was a big deal and he had to make it official in order for it to really happen. So they do care about the brand split, Sophie. They were freaking out about it. So Adam Pearce got the call of being, you're a bad boy. So there you go.
There's red tape.
Yeah, the red tape. Robbie says, yeah, man, a proper banger. Robbie says, what cheese you got? I don't have any cheese. It's cashews. John says, never took you for a banger, Sophie.
You cut your finger cutting cheese.
No, butter.
Oh, butter.
Robbie says, does Adam add value to WWE? I was using the knife I normally cut
cheese with.
my cheese with.
Yes, he adds value. I think he should only be on one of the shows, though. I think they need 2 managers. But as of right now, he can be on both, I guess. But I figure if they're going to be touring different cities and stuff, that's a lot of traveling.
Robbie says, I hear Edge is retiring. If he's retiring, why on earth did they have him, whatchamacallit, to a brand?
Drafted?
Yeah, why was he drafted at all? That doesn't make any sense. Curvin in the chat. Hey, Curvin says, this is confusing. AJ Styles on Raw, Triple H lie.
Already, right?
Curvin, we know it's a lie, but...
It's okay.
He came out and talked to Seth, and they congratulated each other. They're having a match against the whatchamacallit people.
Finn Balor and the boys.
Yeah.
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day people. But only because of Seth. And they had to go through some red tape to make sure it happened. Right now we're just watching a Money in the Bank qualifying match of Ricochet and The Miz.
Super exciting.
Super.
Miz is going to get buried again.
Super duper.
By Ricochet. And then maybe Miz will get cut. Oh, wait. He brings value to WWE.
Robert says Happy Memorial Day, by the way. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Or John says need to get rid of Adam. Go back to computer commissioner.
Oh, yeah. The laptop.
Right? Piccolo says, ooh, cashews. Yeah. Fancy.
Cat shoes.
Fancy. Robbie says, I know that, but what cheese you got? Oh, I was just...
It's called sharp cheddar, I think.
It was just cheddar cheese
semi-sharp
that I was cutting up earlier for a salad. It's not a big deal. Piccola like, yep, honor our fallen service members. True that, Piccola. Very true. True that. Robbie says they just want to keep Edge relevant as much as possible, laughing, and Piccola says, oh boy.
So, Miz almost had him right there.
Sophie says, we don't know how many people are going to be out in both Money in the Bank ladder matches. John says, Hunter, no good lion rat bastard.
I would say 6 in each one would be my guess.
Probably. Chris says, wow, commentary just said Miz has over 20 titles in WWE over the years.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I think Edge was at, what, 30?
Is that counting?
That's all of them. Just like everything.
What he's won multiple times and stuff
like that.
Right,
tag teams through everything.
Right.
Peacock.
Nice.
Did you see that they posted on HBO Max's Twitter?
No, I didn't see anything.
So HBO Max...
Fucked up?
Why? HBO posted their thing, their new brand thing that they did on the 20th or whatever, and it's called Max. Right. So Peacock posted on it and said that they're not going to drop their first name anytime soon.
First part of their name? Yeah.
So they'd be Cock.
Yeah. Walter says, go Ricochet, boo the Miz. Chris says, yeah, Booker T said he had over 30 titles over his career in Edge as well. So he says sometimes they do 7 or 8 people in Money in the Bank ladder matches. Robbie says, hello, your food hacks fascinate me, D. What food hacks are you talking about, Robbie? What the fuck are you talking about?
Cutting cheese with a knife? I don't know.
What are you... Do you not get bricks of cheese in England? Do they not exist?
It's wheels there.
Yeah? Do you not cut it with a knife? Do you just, like, gnaw it off with your fangs?
I think you just break it off, don't you?
I don't know. I don't fucking live in England.
That's why they say break me off something.
I don't know what they do there. Robbie seems to know. I highly doubt he even eats cheese.
Break me
Walter
off
says Seth Rollins and AJ Styles will win main event. John says Randy Orton has about, 40 titles?
I have no idea how many titles these guys have.
Well,
I don't think having more is a good thing.
No.
It would be like, well, I was world champion once for 10,000 days.
Right?
That's great.
I think the longevity of having said titles is better than how many times you held said title.
You know, Ric Flair had the title 16 times, but he also had at least 2 runs that were over 1,000 days.
Right.
2. So back then there was only one title in the company he was in.
Walter says, okay, at 9:10, I'm going to be here Wednesday at 8 p.m. Still in the chat. Fantastic, Walter. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. Chris says, are them writers still on strike? And Piccolo is like, don't bring up no dang strikes.
I have no idea, and I don't care. Zero care.
You know how I don't know? Because I don't care. That's how I don't know. Hassan is in the chat. Hey, Hassan, how's it going? Says, hi there, guys. Happy Memorial Day. Thanks, bud. Hopefully you were able or did honor some fallen service members. Piccolo says, great, Chris. You opened Pandora's box. Robbie's like, yes, we get cheese blocks in the UK. I use a cheese slicer to cut mine. Yeah, Robbie, but I really wanted thicker than just regular slices because I was cubing my cheese. So they needed to be kind of...
Whoa! Ricochet going for the Nyla Rose. Misses.
Cheese, you wacko.
Miz on the top.
I was cutting up frozen
cross
butter.
body.
I was just happening to use the larger knife.
Oh, Ricochet. I springboarded him.
Did he?
Did he? Yeah, he did. He went for the phenomenal forearm, but hit him with a cross.
Did he titty?
Did he titty? He knows all about titties. Miz is a professional with that.
He's a professional with his ditty titties.
Yeah. Maurice has a couple
Ditty titties.
ditty titties.
It's good to know.
Tiggo bitties.
Hassan says you guys are welcome anytime. Walter says Cody Rhodes promo tonight. He's not wrestling on Raw. No. He's just going to talk to people about his broken arm. His broken arm and his loss. Chris says hello, ate a turkey sub sandwich today.
Yummy.
Kind of lackluster for Memorial Day, but maybe Thursday or Friday I'll try this new Mexican restaurant that opened up in my town this week. Nice.
Good deal. That's the way to do it. Support local.
Get some burrito tacos. Picola says finishing up dinner, gonna watch NBA. Nice. What you having for dinner tonight, Picola? We're watching the NBA as well on one side of our screen.
I feel like putting it on the main screen over here, so it's easier to listen to than these guys.
John says Pandora's box sounds like a strip club. Ravi says, LOKD, is that to make your salad look more Greek?
I don't know why they call it Pandora's box, because that's not what it was. Pandora's, it was a jar. But they call it Pandora's box.
It's so creepy. But yeah, it could sound like a strip club.
Ricochet almost got beat right there. What?
I said it could sound like a strip club, though.
Yeah. Yeah, the box.
Yes.
Jar, maybe not so much. It's like a weed store. Pandora's jar. Come get your jar of weed.
So, no, Robbie, I was just making a pasta salad. And I don't know what you mean by making anything look more Greek. I don't know what your deal is. You're so strange.
Because of Pandora?
And you say the weirdest things. No, the salad thing. I made a pasta salad.
1, 2.
I cubed things to put in it. Chopped up some vegetables. Cubed meat. Cubed cheese and put in it as well. Don't be weird. Google's like local one here is Babe Watch. That's
pretty cool.
Club. Chris says, yep. So is Ms. tag friend Johnny Menudo, aka John Morrison. His girl has the biggest rack.
Old Morrison. It's pretty damn big, isn't it? But Maurice is so thin that it makes hers look bigger.
True. Of course.
And the Miz loses in 8 minutes,
Miz
46 seconds.
Lose. That was just a gimme match. I don't even know why they bothered. They should have just been like, "Hey, Ricochet, you're in. Okay, bye." Nicola says, I really don't know much about Greek mythology. Not my bag.
It's a good one. It's one of my faves.
That's why all of our dogs had Greek names, Piccola, because Travis really likes Greek mythology. Sophie says, that wasn't a bad match. Robbie says, in Greek salad, they have cubed cheese in it. You know what, Robbie? It's really funny. They have cubed cheese and a lot of different salads.
Cube means Greek.
Yes.
So when you cube your food, it's Greek immediately.
Oh, sweet. Anyways, it's not a Greek salad.
Like a Wendy's hamburger, Greek.
It's a pasta salad that just happens to have cubed cheese in it. I don't ever do shredded cheese on it. This freaking guy in the chat, freaking guy, says, across state lines to buy weed legally once. Only that one time, too.
Did you take it back over the state line?
Now, when you bought the weed legally, did you stay in said place that it was legal, or did you take said legal to illegal territory? Chris says Rico only won because he will be the spot monkey in the ladder match. That, and we knew The Miz wasn't going to be in Money in the Bank. The last time he had a Money in the Bank, he
cashed in,
stole it off of Otis.
Drew McIntyre. Well, he won. He beat Drew McIntyre with the
stolen briefcase. Yes.
He didn't steal it. He went to kangaroo court and won it.
Are you talking about
airbags is titties?
What's her face? Tyra Valkyrie?
She's got some big ones.
Sophie says Travis was right. It will be 6 people in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Piccola says, why is a Cobb salad called that? I think it's named after the person who invented it, Piccola. Just saying.
Is this happening now? She's wearing the same outfit, but with her titties out tonight. She unzipped it.
Yep.
It's the same outfit.
Yes, it is. She's like, I'm going to get two wears out of this outfit.
Well, it does make her butt look good.
How to do the right thing.
Noticed that before. It made her butt look good. Now she's got her boobs out, so it's even better.
Yeah. Talking about puppies and ones that look kind of like airbags, just because their stature is so tiny. Sophie says, I saw pictures of AEW pay-per-view last night. The crowd wasn't that big. They're in a small venue. Sophie, it's normal for AEW pay-per-views. Chris says,
it was in T-Mobile Arena.
People saying Tommaso Ciampa might return tonight. Yeah, we were talking just a little bit about that earlier, Chris.
That's where the UFC fights in Vegas.
I show Speed Son. Oh, cool, man. Interesting. Says, shut up. Oh, yeah?
Holla!
You kiss your mama with that mouth? This freaking guy says, I take it back home. Had to show my friends. Sophie says, do you expect them to fill both ladder matches this week?
No.
Why would they fill both of them this week?
I don't think so.
I mean, I guess it depends.
It looks like there's only 2, July 1st.
Oh, they've got plenty of time.
They got a month.
Vindicator says, so Trish going to explain the weird team up with Zoe. I guess Zoe couldn't get over by herself.
Right, well, yeah, and why would you even try when you could push her right to the top? Right now she's going to be fighting Becky Lynch. Like, you can't get higher than that.
Piccolo says, you need to be careful on what you say here. Whispers, Sophie's a narc. Pass it on. Robbie's like, yeah, they are. Robbie's like, oh, cool, playing Chinese whispers. Pass it on.
Is that where you keep whispering, and then all of a sudden it changes what it actually was?
Probably. Vindicator says double or nothing, really nothing and nothing, was basically a phone-it-in filler pay-per-view buying some time for Forbidden Door.
Yeah, back door's coming up, and that's what they were doing, too. At the end, Kenny Omega said, well, I have some friends that can help me out. Because take a shit or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Oh, John says, I once smuggled weed and cigar blunts out of Cancun in my wife's tampon box. Shh.
That's great.
You know, it's pretty funny. I watch these people. So, no shit. I watched these people who were like, hey, we're going to take her. They took her on water on a cruise or something. And so wherever they flew into, they went and got bottles of water, Fiji water or whatever.
Right.
And they took the water and they opened it and then put vodka in them. So they wouldn't have to pay for alcohol because maybe it wasn't included on the cruise or whatever they were doing.
Right.
And then they got caps that were that you can put on that keep the seal so it looks like they're not sealed.
Mm-hmm.
And just put them back in the package and it looked like it was never even opened.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few people do stuff like that.
Wow, that is pretty crazy.
Yeah, people go on those cruises, but if they catch you, they leave you where you're at.
Yes.
Not, I mean, obviously they're not going to drop you in the ocean, but at the next port, you're dropped off and you have to fly home.
Yeah.
Like,
Find a way home.
yeah.
Find your own way. Sophie says, now who Rhea will feud with next? I don't know. I'm sure she'll find somebody. Sophie says, I saw in the crowd of the AEW pay-per-view that someone was watching the NXT pay-per-view on their phone. This freaking guy's like, nice. Vindicator's like, crack up every time Travis says, take a shitta.
Well, that's how it's spelled. I can't help it.
Wrestling boy dog named Dante in the chat
Hey,
says, ew,
Dante.
shut up. Like, totally, ew, man.
Ew.
Thanks for being on our, like, ew, chat. Robbie's like, Sophie, you do say some ridiculous things. And people's like, funny
Got
how
Trish Stratus
willy-nilly
up in
we
there.
are when we have narcs. Shh, pass it on. She
doesn't care about people, what you say.
She doesn't care about you people. What do you mean, you people?
She did win. She beat Becky clean. On her part. There might have been some other interference somewhere else, but not on her part. She didn't do it. She didn't hit it with the chair.
Right?
She did. Good for her. Good for you, Trish. She have a big ass bruise on her chin. Look at that. Damn.
I think so.
Yeah, it's a big triangle bruise on her jaw.
Wrestling boy says,
Boy!
John Sparkling says, yep, I did that with wine bottles. Liquor is crazy high at sea on the boat. Bobby says, do you sound like Matt Riddle? People's like, yeah, Travis, you people. Walter's like, boo, Trish, hurry up.
Yeah, she struggles on the mic, and so when the crowd says what, it throws her.
A little bit. Not too bad, though. She kind of doesn't really give it anything. She's probably used to hearing that through her day. Back in the old days.
Right. Notice how she talks and then keeps talking.
When they played in pudding in the kiddie pools. Robbie says Trish gonna get slapped incoming. Pickle's like, she fell down some stairs. Is that what happened? They should put her face on a shirt. Call it domestic violence. Vindicator says, why the heck? The camera trying to zoom in on Trish bruise. She's not convincing anyone she's a hardcore tough girl. I thought they were just going in and out and in and out and in and out to
trying
replicate
to make
something
sick.
else. But, you know, what do I know? Chris says, LOL, Trish said goat things. Zoe Stark coming out now. Sophie says at least Trish is explaining her partnership with Zoe. Is she? Like, did she get paid off? Is that why?
Zoe?
Mm-hmm. She's wearing a thank you Trish shirt.
Well, she should be. She's...
Robbie says, so where did Lita go? I think she got lost.
Yeah, I don't think Lita's around. I think she was there just to make that tag team thing happen and then the switch.
Wasn't she injured? Like fake
Well,
injured
she was
or
injured
something?
in there, yeah.
Maybe she really was injured, for all we know. Walter says, boo, Zoe Stark. And Pico is like, I enjoy Tori more than Trish, but I guess she's more iconic or something.
Not for me. I'm with you. I'd rather any day
Tori's
of the
like,
week
I
watch
make my
Tori.
money better. I don't need to be on this crap anymore.
She'll do it every blue moon. She was at a battle royal not too long ago.
Sophie says, why does Trish have a black mark on her face?
It's a
That's
bruise.
called a bruise, Sophie. Somebody bitch slapped her ass and when she was talking back. That's what happens.
Yeah, she was wrestling Becky on Saturday and got beat
She
up.
talked back a little bit and then she got
She got
smacked.
lippy. Fell down the stairs.
This freaking guy says, anybody remember that game called Narc? I played on Xbox years ago, but you played as two narcotics officers, but you can run around and smoke crack and do LSD that you took from perps. Oh my god.
That's
No,
hilarious.
That's crazy.
No, I have not played that.
Never played that one. Vindicator says, Trish is more rusty on the mic than the ring, though. She
Right.
was great at talking smack in her primetime run. Did she talk smack with her boobs?
Big back then. She had them all sorts of out back in those days.
Josh and John says Bex with a team with Lita against Trish and Zoe at SummerSlam. I don't know. It'd be weird, but I guess. Piccolo says if Nintendo Switch was an outfit.
Yeah, I'm looking at this going, what the fuck is she wearing? Oh, God. It's off. What's it? Not so much here or here, but right here.
Ooh, scary. Chris is like, holy fuck, Trish said Zoe Starks
There
reminds
she
her of
is.
herself. I said that in NXT only because the blonde's hair, but that's about it. Because she looks nothing like Trish, but she doesn't act like her either.
Right.
There you go.
Well, Becky's there.
In her same outfit. It's weird. Vindicator says, so Travis, who do you think will have a longer and bigger impact in WWE? Zoe Stark or Tiffany Stratton?
Tiffany Stratton. Stratton's going to be a star.
Pickle is like lippy loppy. Yeah, don't be the lippy loppian.
This Zoe Stark has no chance of ever being a star.
Walter says Seth Rollins was in a movie. That's why his match was first. This freaking guy says that game had me laughing hard back in the day.
I bet.
John says Trish did a banger because of you, Sophie. And Robbie says it's fascinating what the makeup people can do backstage to make people look like they are smashed up.
Yeah, I don't know if
That's
that's
a possibility,
makeup.
but it might really be real.
Looks bruisey because it's all the way under.
It looks a little too real for it to be makeup. But they do some pretty cool makeup effects nowadays. Walter says Becky Lynch. Yes, fight. Can fight. Becky needs backup. Piccolo says, Kay, back to the game. And Chris says, Becky's so hot in Kill Bill outfit. Yeah, she probably is hot. Like squeaky.
So where'd Zoe go? Just leave?
Oh, no. She got out of the ring and then Becky kicked her and hit her outside of the ring.
Okay.
Took her out first. Punch her in that bruise.
Oh, there it is. 2-on-1. Is she going to get any help? Which would be Lita if she gets help.
Vindicator says, I agree only because of looks, since Zoe is far better athlete.
What?
No fucking way,
There's
dude.
not a chance that she's a better athlete.
She may have, quote unquote,
Muscles.
a muscle body, but she's not a better athlete. But Tiffany is mostly just another Mandy Rose to me. Not really. Tiffany can
Tiffany is
actually
a gymnast.
move way better than Mandy Rose.
Yeah, she's on a different level than Mandy. She moves. She's a gymnast. She flips around and flies around and...
Robbie says, yeah, Stratton's such a big star in NXT. And Walter says, this is not NASCAR. This is wrestling. Yeah, wrestling, not NASCAR.
Uh-oh, here it is. Big right hand by Trish. Oh, Becky goes down like a sack of potatoes.
Oh, good. It's a good thing she used the right hand on her. Oh, my God. And then she's like taking
Zoe
off her
just
clothes.
keeps taking her clothes off. Keep going. Don't stop there.
Ew. Don't be gross.
Nobody really wants to see that, but I am a dude, so... Okay, rolling back up. What is she doing?
So it's like, that wasn't a bad segment.
Is she trying
It's
to put it
not
on
over.
her? Is that what they're doing? Why did they just put it on her? Like, put her arms through it. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Trish. She does look good in that t-shirt. Thank you, Corey. But now Zoe Stark doesn't have one. She needs to get a new t-shirt now.
These guys.
I like these guys. I don't know if they have a name, but they're badass.
Yes. I don't know what it is, though. Vindicator's like, no, I'm not talking about bodies. Zoe does numbers of things that other wrestlers don't do. Tiffany's best move is that jumping moonsault. Everyone and their granddaughter does moonsault these days.
It is a common move, but she does it better than everybody else. But she also does just, not that it matters in wrestling, but she does cartwheels and all sorts of other flips. She's just she's an athlete. That's how she got on wrestling, is that they changed their way of taking not amateur wrestlers, that's the wrong word, taking independent wrestlers, and then they started developing their own wrestlers from athletes, and that's what Stratton is what I'm saying. And there's a few others, by the way, like Sol Ruka and all those.
And I'm not exactly sure.
Nikita
I don't really
Lyons,
watch Zoe.
kinda
I didn't
both.
watch her in NXT that much. I think I've only seen her once or twice. I've seen her do some stuff on here, but in all reality, she reminds me a lot of fucking Ronda Rousey and
Shayna
Baszler. That's it. I don't see anything about her that changes anything that she's done special that other wrestlers don't do. Because in all reality, she does the same fucking movesets as Ronda Rousey and fucking Shayna Baszler.
I wouldn't compare her to Shane or Ronda, because Ronda doesn't do moves.
That's what I mean. Like,
But
the moves that Ronda does, though.
But she does remind me of Shayna Baszler.
Like, there's just a lot of that going on. So I'm not sure exactly what moves that she's doing that other wrestlers don't do in the women's division. Because the men do a lot of fucking shit that the women don't ever do.
By the way, in the basketball game, Miami and Boston are tied with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter.
Chris says, hell yeah, Tiffany Stratton is a legit athlete. And Sophie says, wonder who Becky will team up with against both Trish and Zoe. Pico says, right, we're not playing shoots and grab ass. This is wrestling, people.
Yeah.
Robbie says, join a circus if you want to do flips and tricks.
I get it. I'm that way with the dudes. I understand.
Walter says, boo, Jinder Mahal team. But the thing of it is Tiffany Stratton just doesn't do just
I'm saying she
flips
can
and
do
stuff.
that. So she's like a Ricochet, I don't want to say Brock Lesnar, but Seth Rollins mixture. Like, so she can do the Ricochet
Just like
stuff,
Bianca
but she's
Belair.
more like
You
Seth
guys
Rollins.
think that she's so great?
Bianca is great.
She does flips and can be strong and stuff like that. What difference does it make? Nikita Lyons, same fucking shit, you assholes.
Nobody likes Nikita Lyons.
Fuck.
I think I'm the only one that likes
She
Nikita
does
Lyons.
all this crazy shit. She's an athlete and fucking be all strong and does all these crazy moves. Shit that other women don't do. Like, if you want to start comparing things like Piper Niven, I'm going to say this much. Nikita Lyons has a one-up on Piper Niven.
Well, of course she does. She got like 12 up.
So there's that. But
They're both big, thick girls, but one's an athlete.
Walter says, boo, Jinder Mahal team. And Sophie says, do you think more girls will be added to this Trish group? No.
I don't know what's going on with that group, but
And
I would
what
say
it
no.
Trish is just a little mentor to her, maybe? I don't know.
I think they're trying to get her over a little bit, see what they can do, and ride it. She's a Bronson Reed. It's fine. It's good. It's good for the sport. She's physical. She's athletic. And she can compete with Rhea Ripley and make it legit. She can compete with Esther and make it legit. She can compete with Charlotte Flair and physically get beat up in there, and it's okay. Where she's probably not going to get injured by common moves.
Right.
Not going to get beat up. She can wrestle Natalya and get rough, is what I'm saying.
Chris says, unzip too tiny. Beck's outfit, okay, super fucked up. Is it because the zipper's in the back? Pickle says, you mean AEW, Ravi? Clown. Vindicator says, Katana Chance and Io Sky, when she is not holding back, would put Tiff to shame in the athletic department.
I don't see that. But it's
the
all
Ninja
it's all
Warrior,
good.
who's tiny and
Wait,
little.
is that who you're talking about?
That's Katana. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then Io Sky, fuck off.
Not
man.
Io Sky can't hold a
sucks
candle.
butthole.
She's
I've
terrible.
seen her maybe do a good thing here and there, depending on who she's wrestling against. Does she ever do really well? And she does what? Jeff Hardy fucking moves off of the top of fucking cages and shit? Fuck off. That ain't nothing special. What the fuck is that shit?
That
Wow.
when she jumped off with the garbage can, it's pretty iconic. I remember that. But other than that,
That's what I mean. Like,
that's just
what else is there? All you have is, oh, hey, I do crazy move, one crazy move, and all of a sudden I'm so special and great.
But the
it's
Ninja
like you
Warrior
trying to tell me Shotzi's so good.
But the Ninja Warrior, I brought that up last night. By the way, like
Yeah,
I even brought that up. I was like, she's the best, hands down. There, like, for all women. If you want somebody that's tiny that flies around, she's definitely that person. Where Tiffany has power too. Like, she can be legit in there with Charlotte Flair and make it look good. Where that little girl that flies around couldn't. Io Sky can't. Obviously they're gonna book it so Io looks good. But she doesn't have the athleticism to compete with the big girls.
And they're just up against some jobbers here, Veer and
I don't know
Senga.
why they do this crap. Anyways, there's the bell.
They're being victimized.
Is there two of them? There's just...
Yeah, the other one got thrown out already.
He's already
he got
beat
thrown
up.
out before the
The referee
bell rang,
still starts
so.
the match.
So, 6'4". Chris says OSHA, them boys, and Usher ready to annihilate jobber tag teams.
I know. Why not just put him in there against the Vikings or something?
Right? Robbie says
Street
he's buying
Profits,
this
isn't it?
trash from WWE shop. Walter says AEW was great. MJF won. Boo. But the media after was great. Didn't watch it. Piccolo says Marks and Narcs. Robbie says I don't care for Zoe or Stratton. Piccolo says it's tough
Holy
to stick out in women's
shit.
division. It really is. When you're all pretty much this, and then you have maybe one or two that are a blip, and that's it. Because the rest of them are all the fucking same.
Right, and it's because you have to be able to cut a promo. You have to be able to separate yourself, and that's promo work.
Piccolo says that.
Or
Panther says
off the field work, and that's what Esther does well. She's doing it. So is Charlotte, but Charlotte also cut a promo. But
Minicator says Zoe is not a submission wrestler like Shayna and Ronda, who put people to sleep at their pace of their matches.
right, and that's the fact they do.
Walter says go Boston in playoffs. Boo Heat.
That was 1 minute and 15 seconds. If anybody cared about that one.
Robbie says Shayna is a wet fish. She's been buried jobbing to Ronda. Robbie says Belair yawn. And Piccolo says Dana Brooke did it a long time ago, but after she moved to Maine, she calmed with gymnastics stuff.
Yeah, and exactly right. But she's not. That's
also
all
got
she
old.
had. She wasn't anything else. She couldn't cut a promo. She couldn't do anything else. Where Tiffany, they're actually working on her with her mic stuff. You can tell she has different things, a Tiffany epiphany and all. She has a show that goes along with it. She's entertaining.
Ayla says, hey Ayla. And Robbie says, I have never watched a Lions fight. Don't think I ever will. Robbie says, Ayla back from drinking from the special cup. Piccolo says, hi Ayla, welcome back to the circus. Like some peanuts? Ayla's like, I love some elephant leap. Fat Lisa. Robbie says Io Sky isn't that bad. She's got potential, D. Does she?
No.
How long
she?
do you give them potential until you give up on them? How long? How long do you take to give them said potential until you give up? Like, how long does it take for someone to learn? Because we've
Potential's a
been waiting on
dangerous
Liv
name.
Morgan for fucking years now, and it still hasn't fucking happened. So you tell me.
She's the former
Tell
world
me.
champion.
Tell me, because they literally felt bad for her and gave it to her because she cried in the corner all the fucking time. So tell me, I really want to know this potential that you talk about. How long does it take for this potential to come out? She's been in NXT and probably on the indie circuit before that, in New Japan or wherever the fuck she was at before. Where's the potential?
She's 33. She better hit her stride soon.
She's old. She's fucking old for a woman in fucking wrestling at this point. So tell me, where's her fucking potential? And how much longer is it going to take for it to come out?
You know, a lot of people like her.
I don't give a shit. I'm just saying that Io Sky isn't fucking awful compared to some of them.
No. She's
but
definitely
I
not
don't feel
awful.
she has potential
But she's
to
not
be
elite.
anything more
Than
than
what
what
she
she is.
Right.
She can't. One, English is her second language. That's going to be a big bummer for her unless they can get somebody who can speak Japanese and English and can cut a fucking promo for her ass. And she goes out there as a fucking badass asshole and
Right.
does fucking bad shit.
Right, like a Paul Heyman type. And those people exist.
Then
But
I
are
can
they
say,
going after to find them?
Maybe she has potential then. But in all reality, I haven't seen any improvements since she came over from NXT and when she was in NXT.
You know, another thing they could do with her, and I don't know if this is going to sound weird, but put her with the Good Brothers and AJ Styles, since they spent a lot of time in Japan.
Right.
I don't know if they speak Japanese, but I would assume that Anderson does, since he
Right.
married a Japanese girl. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously I'm speculating, but that would be a good little group for her to be in. And they could even call it whatever they're going to call it.
Get rid of Mia Yim.
Oh, I forgot she's in there. Yeah, definitely. Trade her out.
You want to talk about somebody who has absolutely no fucking talent whatsoever.
Yeah, but she looks good.
Ugh.
She does.
No, she
The other night she came out just all hanging out.
Ugh. Chris says
Reckoning.
Indus need to just fuck some shit up and beat up tag teams like the Road Warriors.
Exactly. That's what they're called, Indishare.
Ayla says potential washing dishes at the local diner. Nice. Because says, haha, why shit on Tank Girl Goblin? Because if you're going to talk about potential, like, you guys talk about these girls having all this fucking potential and they don't get a chance.
The point of potential is to get it figured out in NXT And then when you hit your stride on the main roster, you are running.
And don't fucking sit there and say, well, if they would have put them out there, you know what? I got Liv shoved in my fucking face week after fucking week after
For 2
fucking
years.
week for 2 years. And not once did she fucking improve. Not fucking once. I know she's pretty. I know you love her. I know everybody thinks she's just the best thing since sliced bread. But I don't see fucking anything about her that calls for improvement that has happened. What, she doesn't cry in the corner anymore? That's the one improvement?
She doesn't cry as much.
That's it. That's the one improvement that I fucking see.
But I don't understand.
She can't talk still.
I don't understand how that's possible.
I don't know.
2 years.
More than that?
Hey, look, there's the Barbie,
Bitches
the
had
Barbie
way
commercial.
more than that. It's ridiculous.
Barbie's coming out. It's on the TNT commercial right now on the basketball
She's
game.
supposed to be like 6'6".
Oh,
Just
why
kidding.
would they do that? That'd be goofy.
Kidding.
She's supposed to have boobs, though. That's the thing I don't.
I'm kidding. Isn't it Margot Robbie that's playing the part, though? It's funny. Anyways, but so I don't see where the potential is at, I guess. John says these guys always beating up jobbers from Impact, and Chris says that I missed. Ravi said, Ayla, what have you been selling today? And Ayla said, selling? And Ravi says, yeah, I heard you sold some stuff, Ayla. John says these guys always beating up jobbers from Impact.
Why is
Pico says,
Ken a blonde? Have you ever seen a Ken that had blonde hair?
Yes, he did have blonde.
I don't remember blonde.
Chris says, oh shit, my boy, big body Javi is on Raw. He is from NXT, the one in purple tights. Ayla says,
nice.
It's holiday, plus I usually don't work Monday, so yeah, day off. Piccolo says, shh, don't do it. Ophi say Arkne. Ravi says, Ayla, who said anything about work? Walter's like, hey, Ayla. Walter's like, oh, they won. Boo, good match. Piccolo says, no one is selling goods here, just Girl Scout cookies. Walter says, Sami Zayn and Owens will talk. Ayla says, Fat Lisa asked Ravi, I'm assuming when he said day off, he meant from work. Ayla says, hi, Walter. And Chris says, Indus share needs to destroy KO and Sammy for our Raw tag titles. Walter says, Daphne rant, oh no, watch out. Sophie says, I missed that entire tag jobber match. Wasn't too much to miss.
It was 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Pico says, this is that BS I'm talking about. Celtics coming out flat bums. Chris says, yeah, Liv has been champ as a participation trophy. And Ravi says, it's in the faction. That's where her potential lies, D. In what faction?
With the riffraff with Bayley?
Oh, you mean the one that broke her leg? That's broken? That won't be back for a while?
Dakota's out for at least 6 months.
And Bayley, who looks like she doesn't fucking want to be there anyways and doesn't speak Japanese and maybe talks for her, but that's it. But now they've got some kind of weird, like, thing going on where they don't get along, really.
Well, they were doing that before Dakota's injury. I don't know if they're doing that after.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyways, we have that match tonight.
Yeah.
Io's going to be with Bayley tonight in that Fatal 4-Way or whatever it is.
People says, what do you think about Thunder Rosa versus Io Sky dream match, eh?
Oh, God.
Please no.
Just don't let me
Walter
see
says, okay, now on to Raw. Ayla says, Robbie, stop sticking up for the talentless.
Why are they just bombing threes? He had a lane. He could have got at least fucking 2 feet
Chris
from the
says,
hoop.
hell yeah, Kaylee Ray, a.k.a. Alba Fire, needs to break away from Isla Dawn and have their own careers, especially Kaylee Ray, because time clock is ticking for her. People says removing
Is she
Mia
older?
Just all willy-nilly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think being in a tag team is going to help if they can get popular.
Right.
They have to get popular first because all of us know them from NXT, so we know them as popular. But wrestling fans don't. Mm-hmm. People that go to these events that don't use the internet, they don't. Once they get popular with them, they can split them, and they can wrestle each other, and then they can go side. Would be my guess is what they're planning on doing with them. Or they won't make it, and one of them will get cut, and the other one will make it, or both of them will get cut.
We'll play another Iconic, but they aren't as iconic as the Iconics as a tag team.
Right.
Ayla says, am I a professional wrestler? Ravi said, Ayla, LOL, so you're saying you're talentless? Walter says, Daphne, calm down, it's okay. And Ravi says, Ayla, on the gaslighting I see. Ayla says, Ravi's still a bright light in the gas I see. Ravi says, Ayla, I don't know what you do in your spare time. Ayla, thanks for noticing my potential. Chris says, yeah, Shotzi should have been champ right now, but she botches since Money in the Bank, and they gave her a participation trophy against Ronda. They could at least give her credible wins before a title match.
Right.
Why do they have to give them to her?
She needs to take them.
Why do they have to give them to her, Chris? Could she not do it on her own? Is she too fucking dumb that she can't do it herself? I think the only improvement I've seen is she actually jumps through the ring ropes like no other woman does and can actually land it and do a good job.
She's explosive.
That's
jumps.
it.
She jumps instead of stutters. A lot of the women stutter before they go out the ropes.
What other improvement? Now, I understand that she's had a lot of personal things happen in her life. Her father passing away, things like that. Very sad. I feel bad for her. But if that's the case and you need to take time fucking away, gather yourself a comeback and put it to the man, as in everybody on the women's roster, that you're better than them. But she didn't. She came back with hardly any confidence. She fucked up every time she turned around, got people hurt. You can't do that in wrestling. You have to not just show up for yourself, but you have to show up for all of your members out there that are helping you become what you want to become, and you have to help them become what they want to become. You're responsible for people out there, not just yourself. That's the sad part. And these people sometimes don't think about that and hurt people because of their stupidity, because of your quote-unquote potential that they have. Potential is for people who are still trying to make who they are. Not, I am who I am and I know who the fuck I want to be. I might have to change my character up a little bit, but I'm confident in everything about me.
Who's this? Is this the Usos?
KO and Sami Zayn out there yakking with their stuff. No, Imperium.
No, it's Emporium.
It's Imperium. Brrr.
Ludwig Kaiser.
Walter says the bloodline will break up. Yes, and Ravi says, Kin with blonde hair, what's that? It's an outrage. Piccolo says there's like dozens of women who either left or split up tag teams. Unless you're Bianca, a horsewoman, or Wanda. It's a carousel of potentials who don't fully get pushed.
Not necessarily. I mean, we saw
Pushed?
Bliss got pushed really hard when Charlotte was popular.
We got to see Liv get pushed when she had absolutely no potential whatsoever, but she cried about it enough that somebody felt bad for her, and they all came together and said, well, we should just give her a trophy because she's done so much hard work.
But why are we talking about Liv? She's not.
Because of the
example.
potential.
Right.
The carousel of potentials who don't fully get pushed. Because of people like Liv. That's why those other potentials that you're talking about don't get pushed. Be a squeaky wheel. Maybe you'll get pushed. Buell says, broken gals. Walter says, okay, bye guys. See you Wednesday for AEW after bingo. Bye, Walter. John says, B29, Walter. And Ayla says, good night, Walter. Roy says, yeah, it's a great faction deal. Dakota and Io are Bailey's ride or die. Ravi says, Ayla, are you going anywhere exciting
They broke
this
the
week?
unwritten rule.
Who's the unwritten rule?
They broke the unwritten rule. They just came out. He's like, it's different if you come out when they say your name. But you just came out. You can't just come out. Kevin's a little high-strung.
He is high-strung, and I don't blame him. Ayla's like, work for the rest of the week. Nice. Pico says, I'm going to put a fucking brick through the TV screen. Is it because the Celtics are being stupid? And they're losing to Miami 15-27? They think that they can just
they
shoot
keep
their bombs.
bombing threes. Like, why?
Go on the inside. Use your actual people, you dumb assholes.
Look at this. The heater inside.
They're like, inside, inside, inside. Let's do this. Inside, inside. Okay, we're coming in. We're coming in. We're coming in. Okay, I'm going to go. Oh, pass it.
Look at this.
Inside,
Mismatch.
inside, inside. I'm coming inside.
Look at this.
Oh, look, another point. Oh, missed it.
He should have made it.
Rebound to the Celtics. I'm just going to throw a three-point, guys.
Bomb it right here. Half
Just
court.
Try it. You should just throw it because your guys aren't open and you're too stupid.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Bomb a three.
Oh,
he made it that time.
This time. What a jackass.
You're an absolute embarrassment.
Yeah, you're not worthy.
That's a fact.
You're not worthy holding those championships. Ooh, those are fighting words.
Emporium.
Robbie says, seems funny. I bet you're the fun one at work. John says, I think age will hurt LA Knight. They probably won't push a 40-year-old. It depends. Ella says, only for 2 hours in the morning I'm doing checks and deposits. They're not too bad. Pico says, waste my time, Boston. Play with my emotions, jackholes. Robbie's like, Cola, go on, son. And Robbie says,
Why do we
you
want
should get
him
a
to
job
talk?
at the performance center with this motivated speech. No, thank you. It says, is the stream kind of freaking out for anyone else? Just checking before I close everything and reopen. It's been freaking out for Robbie. He's complained about it multiple times. I'm sure there's something going on with our internet, but we can't do anything about it.
Oh, shit. Chad Gable.
Shoosh!
Shoosh.
He got it out there. Oh my god, Maxine's wearing shoosh now.
Yeah, she's definitely with him. Maybe they got rid of the other two, the Maximum Male models.
Maybe they're redoing them. They did.
Rebrand it.
They did put them on their thing.
It's
though.
funny when you said that. I'm like, yeah, she's wearing shoes.
Yeah, she's wearing shoes, all right.
Shoosh.
She's got shoosh written right across her boobs.
Well, or lack thereof.
Her boob area.
Where her
that
chest would be.
Chris says, I also hope WWE figures out how to use Sonya. Just give her money in the bank this year. Have her betray Chelsea Green during the match. Robbie says,
It's
some
too
people
early.
find their potential late, do they? Pico's like, bye, Walter. And Robbie says, just think this started from my opinion. Robbie's like, yes, it is, Ayla. And Ayla says, Robbie, your opinion are not good. Chris says, awesome promo by Ludwig Kaiser. Yes.
Hey, he's good at it. We know that.
Robbie says, but you, Ayla, seem to enjoy it, getting involved with the debate. Pico says, that's why my father had high blood pressure, always yelling at Bird and McHale. Ayla says, Robbie, I literally have zero idea who you guys are talking about. I'm trolling. And Chris says,
I know who Bird McHale is. He's probably the most famous basketball player.
Bird and McHale.
McHale is, he was on the Celtics, but Bird is obviously Larry Bird.
Right. Chris says, Sammy, shut the fuck up. Don't fuck with my boy Gucci Mane Vinci. Piccolo says, yes, Ayla. Sorry, it buffers. I'm constantly 15 seconds behind. Harley says, it's been working perfectly fine for me.
So the Celtics better do something, and they better do it quick.
They're getting way too far behind.
Bombing threes is not the answer.
I don't know who told them to do this, but they need to be fired for everything that's their worth.
I mean, every shot is from three.
Chris says, Maxine looking good. And Robbie says, but D would make people realize potential from early. No. Ayla says, I'm 30 seconds behind. If I fast forward, it buffs on me. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's probably our internet. We probably should have, restarted everything before we got on tonight, since we've been on for, 3 days straight.
3 days.
Of whatchamacallit, streaming.
Yeah, live stream.
And it could be our internet. Our internet might be like, you're streaming again? Bitches, you hit your max.
Yeah, for the weekend.
Bobby says, so the belly-to-belly suplex, is it a strong move to use?
It's my favorite. I love that shit. I loved growing up watching the guys that did that stuff. Taz, obviously the Steiners. Steiners made it popular for me. You're perfect. I love you. Well, thank you. He just gives her a weird look. Mm-hmm. Goofy fucking dude. Hey, look at that. They got a slam dunk.
Wow, maybe some inside work.
Maybe do that again. Maybe some high percentage shots instead of these 40% shooting out on the outside. Hey, there we go. Look, another high percentage shot past that.
There you
Yeah, that
go.
worked.
Good job, buddy.
Who does a layup and doesn't hit the backboard? Huh.
Oh.
That Tatum or whatever his name is, he's really good. Number 0 there. Yeah, him. He's very good. He's probably their best player. What are you about?
Answering because my mouth's full.
Ew.
I was trying not to talk with my mouth full of food.
You should the stuff falling out.
Is that what you want? You want to see it? You want me to do it? Because I will. I will do it. And then you'll be embarrassed. And then you'll be grossed out. You'll be gagging in the corner. You ready?
Dude. No. How many sites do you have?
487.
Really?
Ayla says, I don't know who Bird or Mikhail is either. Y'all speak in different languages, Laffy. I'm just winging it to fit in.
You don't know who Larry Bird is?
Okay, we know you know who Larry Bird is. I mean, I'm sure the name sounds familiar. I'm sure you're like, he's probably in some kind of sport. May not know exact sport he's in, but most people kind of know his name. Ayla says it's okay. The buffering stuff. I'm not complaining, just curious if it was my internet. No, it's probably all our internet.
It's doing it right now.
Pickle says, we happy you're here, Ayla. Sorry for our stupid tangents. John says, you guys did a 3-day banger. Well, technically
4 days.
4.
Right now, we're on our 4th day.
We're on our 4th day of wonderful wrestling garbage. Things. So amazing. Ayla says, I'm here for the drama. It's like, John, that's inappropriate. Piccolo says, it's a finger roll, old school. Oh my God, Piccolo, that sounds disgusting with a banger. And Ayla saying it's all inappropriate. Ugh. Robbie's like, I used to like the flying elbow off the top turnbuckle. And Ayla's like, disgusting, Robbie.
Randy Savage. Jay Lethal does it now. But, you know, who was really good at that was that little girl that was in the Pirates, the Kabuki Warriors.
Kairi Sane?
Kairi Sane. She was really good at it, too.
She did an awesome elbow drop.
Absolutely phenomenal.
She was just beautiful. Graceful, just beautiful. Like, her form was so perfect every time she did it.
She jumped up. Most girls jump down. Like when
they fall. They literally just fall. They don't even jump. They're just like, fell down.
Like Io Sky, when she goes to jump off things, she just falls down.
She's like...
Instead of jumping up, she falls down.
Yeah. John says Magnum TA was one of the first to do the belly-to-belly suplex.
I love Magnum TA.
Robbie says, Ayla, do you ever think not another day of cooking for my family? Pukul is like, do I have something in my teeth? Right? And then have all the food because it's Ace Ventura.
Do you need an ashtray? No. Smoking is disgusting.
Habit.
It's a disgusting habit. He's like...
It was like, honestly, no Bird doesn't ring a bell, but maybe. Vindicator says, yay, so excited to see Katana. Get them on TV already, like ASAP.
Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Michael Jordan were the most popular basketball players ever.
Piccolo says, he literally looks like Bird, big old beak. Robbie says, yeah, some spinach, Piccolo. And Vindicator says, actually, it was asparagus, but... Vindicator says, but sad to my girl Maxine, wasted in this meaningless group known as Beta Academy. Is she, Vin? Is she wasted? Because her ass is on TV weekly almost with them.
Yeah, and they...
So is that being wasted?
Thank you. Oh, we have a match.
Because if she was still with the other group, I would say that's more wasted because you never saw them anymore.
Yeah, they didn't get used very much. And now you don't know if they're getting rebranded again, which they probably are.
Mansoor and Mace.
Yeah, Mace. And I don't know how you don't... Like, Mace must be really bad at actually wrestling because he's got everything else.
And what's really sad about it, more sad, is he used to wrestle and then all of a sudden he's not.
Well, I'm just saying, like, what the hell? Maxine getting... Why is
Maxine's
Valhalla
like,
out there?
oh! Because the Viking Raiders are out there.
Oh!
Ooh, Maxine kicked her. She's like, hey, I did it. She's like, look, I did it all by myself. Thanks for showing me. I did it.
Well, she's learning in the academy.
You better run. Yeah, run away.
Doesn't she just look like she smells?
Yes, she does.
Like, I can smell her from here. I don't know what state they're in.
I don't know either, but ew.
It's like trauma smell.
Trauma.
Like, oh.
Pugula says, oh, I forgot to tell you. We had Pizza Slut this evening. Nice. And Pizza Hut. What kind of pizza did you have? What was the pizza from Pizza Slut?
Pepperoni.
Pizza the Hut. John says, is Larry Bird related to Coco Beware? No.
No.
Ayla says, I made street tacos. Robbie's like, Bailey does it. And Piccolo says, Cucumber Punk does a mean elbow drop. Was that when he was young? Because when he's old, I haven't seen him do it.
I forgot that Punk did those.
John says, Dookie Nacho has a taco drop from the top. Gross. Ayla says, I know Michael Jordan. He's in Space Jam.
Larry Bird is in Space Jam.
Robbie says, Ayla,
I was going to say, so if you've seen Space Jam, that's who they're talking about when Bill Murray's talking, and they're on the golf course, and they're like, name me a white basketball player that's any good. They're like, Larry Bird. And he's like, he's not white. He's clear.
It's true. Robbie's like, is Sarah Logan a decent wrestler?
No. God, no.
When she was in her little group
No.
with Ruby and Liv, no.
She was terrible in that group. I mean, Liv wasn't very good either, but Ruby was obviously the star. And she probably would have been world champion if it wasn't for Ronda Rousey showing up and setting the women's division back freaking 3 years.
Yeah.
She was only there for like a year, and she set that whole division back.
She ruined everything.
Ruby Riott would have been a champion in that time.
Yep.
And she got jobbed,
Yep.
which set her back, which, by the way, Ruby Riott never won the title.
Not only did she get jobbed, but Ronda made sure she had to go in for shoulder surgery.
On both shoulders. But I don't know if that's...
Shoulders.
I don't think that's from Ronda.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. I call it right now.
I'm
But
calling it
the whole
right now.
women's division was set back. It wasn't just one, it was all of them.
Yeah.
And then they unified the titles, which also sets the women's division back, which was Becky. But I mean, obviously Becky got over, but now having both belts kind of sucks. Uh-oh, here comes the wear. Oh, he didn't get back up.
It. Oh, no.
Poor Otis.
Imperium.
He's getting so big he can't do it anymore.
Ugh. He's like, I can't get up. It's like, dude, you need to stop eating whatever it is you're eating. You've got to stop.
I feel like
He has gained so much weight.
Did you see how big his belly is?
His belly's ginormous now. Like,
I mean, and it's sticking out and down. Oh, God. That's a lot of weight. He just cracked the concrete floor.
Vindicator says Beta Academy is basically spinning their wheels on TV every other week, though.
Yeah, it's because
no momentum to accomplishing anything
I feel
memorable.
like at some point they looked like they might at some time use Otis for something. And I think that time's passed. Mm-hmm. And so now there's nothing in their group.
Imperium won.
That's exciting.
Imperium won
It's just under 5 minutes.
Imperium won and pinned poor Chad. He got the pin.
In 4 minutes and 50 seconds-ish.
Yeah. Oh,
Look at
Robbie
this.
says, Ayla, LOL, you're funny. Ayla says, Robbie, they're spicy pork street tacos with homemade tortillas. I didn't make them. A Mexican restaurant made them. And gave us a bag for a sample so we could sell them in our store.
Nice.
Like, the homemade tortillas? Karimi is in the chat. Hey, Karimi, good to see you tonight. Thanks for hanging out with it. Says Bob. Robbie says, oh, really? And John says, if you can smell her, run. Ayla says, I made the pulled pork for the tacos. Oh, okay, bird. Kamari says, read my comment. Just did. Piccola says, Ayla, I bet those tacos slapped. And Ayla says, they slapped pretty hard. Yum. Vindicator message retracted. And Kamari says, hello, is anyone there? Yeah, I just have to go through all the other comments to get to yours. Ayla says, oh, corn tortillas, homemade corn, white and yellow. Yum. Vindicator says, I'll buy them. I will buy them. Are they kind of thick?
Oh, when does this happen? Is this going to be the main event tonight? Probably
Maybe.
not. Not with the guys coming up.
Not with the guys. Ayla, I have a question on the homemade corn tortillas. Are they kind of thick? Vindicator says Ruby's still getting jobbed, been in AEW a year and a half now, still no championship. Karimi says, what does the album say when he says a bad word? Mother, father. Haha. P. Cola says, I don't know, I'm used to flour tortillas, but corn tortillas are pretty good as well. You have to cook them.
Ew.
That's what makes them better. It was like, I like flour too. I fry them a little. Chris Watts in the chat.
Hey,
Chris Watts says, hi, everybody. Feels like Chris Watts, baby. And Ayla says, yes, the tortillas are homemade. But are they kind of thick, corn tortillas? Oh, no, she broke her arm. Just curious about how thick they are. Ooh. Burn.
Ooh.
What? Bailey's been a champion multiple times.
Right, she's a world champion.
I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
That's happening now.
Sure that
the
she's
four-way.
won the tag championship before, too, if I remember right.
Well, yeah, she was champion twice with Sasha.
Chris Akane says, damn, just want White Christmas to Shotzi. Nasty. Piccolo says, God, Derek White is that chippy Celtic we need. Robbie says, Ayla, are your shop prices competitive?
Hey, the Celtics are slowly coming back in this game. But how do you not get a rebound? Mm-hmm. They're not even trying. Like both teams, by the way. I'm not picking on one team, but whoever shoots the ball, they just shoot it and stand there.
Well,
Like, just rush the hoop. There it is. Now it's down to 8. 8-point lead going into halftime. I love that they're actually in Boston. Oh, why didn't he pass there? Dude, that's a weird shot. But he nailed it, so it don't matter. I got to look and see what number Jimmy Butler is so I can follow him on the Heat. I know he's out there, but oh, that's a foul. And it's a breakaway foul, so that should be shooting. Hoo-ah! June 16th, the Flash movie. Has anybody seen the Burt Crusher movie? Yeah, Jimmy Butler. What number was it? Could you tell?
It didn't go down fast enough for me to see it.
He's on Office Christmas Party. That's how I know him. He also used to be on the Bulls.
I got him with the ball right now.
Probably.
22. That's his number.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure that's him. They used to, in the old days, they would pan down on the players so you could kind of see him. Nowadays, it's just this hard camera. It goes back and forth.
This says no delete that they're fluffy, kind of. Now that they sat for a couple days, they're kind of thick, maybe a little thicker than a Store's. Hub Indicator says, Travis, do you think Kathy Kelly is prettier than Renee?
No. Better body, yes. Renee has a prettier face.
Robbie says, wow, that was so scary, that speech from Raquel. I wet myself.
Right.
Ooh. John says, thick tacos need extra cheese in there. Actually, street tacos, John, usually don't have cheese in them. Karimi says, what does the owl say? What, he's a bad word. Mother, father, father. Ha, ha, ha. Robbie, Ayla says, Robbie, it's a mom-pop store. I'd say it's a little more expensive, but if you're a restaurant, you get a huge discount. Piccola says, do you like Pico, Ayla? And Ayla says, yes, laughing. Piccola says, 22, that's a dog. Jimmy Buckets is a killer. Vindicator says, nobody cares about your back rack rod. One of my all-time favorite Travis quotes. John says, Creamy, take 2 weeks off, then retire. Robbie says, welcome to Wrestling Gap, where you might get more important sports than wrestling. Karimi says, read my comment, Amber Fist. Piccola says, I did read your comments, Karimi. I can't read them 500 times.
9-point lead going into the halftime the Heat have. Can they hold off the Celtics at home, or will the Celtics win this and go on to play Denver?
I don't know.
Who's going to win? Who do you want to win?
I don't have anybody in this race of anything. I don't even know these teams, but I feel like
you don't know
people are very big fans of the people in the green outfits.
They're at home.
I guess. I think a lot of people hate the Heat people because they're from Miami and their Heat's probably from AIDS.
Because of Florida?
Yes.
Do you think either of these teams can beat Denver?
Yes.
So you think one of these two teams will win the world championship?
Possibly.
That's not very decisive.
I don't know basketball.
Denver has
look like they shouldn't be there, and they just like won by the hair of their chinny chin chin.
They swept the Lakers. They didn't lose one game to the Lakers.
They almost did, but they got their act together.
They almost lost one game.
But they got their shit together at the last minute.
But they have the 2-time MVP.
Who cares?
So how do the Celtics match up against Denver?
They wear green outfits.
They will not get pinched in March. We just had a real interview.
Piccola says Pico can be pretty spicy. Hotter the better. John says Vegas and Stars on also Ravi. Bloody right you are, governor.
Huh.
Ravi says Vin trying to steal Travis's lines, and Ayla says I'm not big on too spicy. I like spicy, but not crazy. You know, I'm not a big fan of like spicy pico because I feel like pico de gallo should be more of like a refreshing.
Your dog's licking the floor. It's weird.
Because it's more of a fresh salsa rather than a like made salsa. Because in all reality, pico is only like tomatoes and onions, maybe some jalapenos if you put, or you can put habaneros if you want it really spicy, lime juice, salt and pepper, and cilantro, and that's it. There really shouldn't be anything else in it. But Ayla says no cheese on the tacos I make. Sometimes I use a Mexican crumbled cheese, but rarely. Yeah, use the queso or whatever it's called. Piccolo says, I'm going to have a heart attack, this GM7. Piccolo's like, Boston has the worst home record. Chris Watts' message retracted, and Piccolo's like, LOL, I got booted. I'm sorry.
So in reality, they need Game 7 to be happening in Miami so they could win, is what you're saying. They're a better road team.
Ayla says, exactly, the Heat is AIDS. Piccolo says, ironically, I like Miami. F LeBron, but yes, for Dwayne Wade.
D-Wade!
No, Joker wins
Chris
the title.
Bosh! Getting shit done.
Hey, look, they are wearing matching outfits now. They are technically a tag team.
It's official.
Now. It's official. Joshua Phillips says, what's going on now on WWE? And do you or Travis have any family that served in the military?
Yeah.
Yes.
My cousin just retired a couple years ago. He was in there for 20 years.
Yep. Do you have family that served in the military? Do you have family that probably served and died doing that service in the military? And what's going on WWE right now is Damage Control is coming out to have this tag team match. They're going up against Raquel. This is the four-way, right?
Yes.
Four-way tag match for the women's tag titles because Liv broke her arm, and now Raquel had to forfeit those said titles.
Right.
So now she found a new partner with Shotzi. We have Damage Control of Bailey and Io Sky. And we have
Chelsea and Sonya.
Yeah, they
and
don't have
then
a name
Ronda
that I know
and
of yet.
Shayna.
They're going to win.
Well, of course they are.
Not even worth even talking about it. But that's what's going on WWE
How
right
about
now.
we know who's going to win, or at least we assume we know. Like, we pretend to be smarter than everybody else. Instead of saying who's going to win, who's going to lose? Shotzi taps out.
Ooh.
Chelsea taps out.
Maybe. I'm trying to think who they will make look bad.
Shotzi or Chelsea gets tapped out is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It would be best if they did had Io tap to Ronda, and then maybe have a feud going there.
That'd be all right.
And
give it to Ronda and Shayna, and then they fight against each other for a while.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that for a minute. Piccolo says syringes at South Beach. Yeah. And John says Jokic wins MVP of finals. Joke. Yeah, you think? It's not happening.
Yeah, it is. I think he wins. I think Denver wins. That's my pick.
Think he's going to be
Although they
MVP,
did just
though?
beat the Lakers, which isn't that big of a deal.
Right.
Now, granted, they do have 2 stars, but the rest of their roster wasn't that great.
Right. Vindicator says, shoosh, don't give away my plans, Ravi. And Vindicator says, so that vignette was to generate more buzz for Mrs. Spaghetti.
I saw
was there
that.
a vignette? I wasn't
Yeah.
paying attention to the
She
garbage
said,
face.
Why do I wear pixie wings? Because I believe fairy tales can come true. Why? Because I'm living one.
Oh my fucking God, somebody throw in a dumpster. It was like Adam's girlfriend said there's no tomato in pico. I just stared at her crazy self. What the fuck? That's like one of the main ingredients of pico.
I don't know. She's Mexican. Can't argue with her. Ayla's Mexican, though.
Okay, but that's some guy at work's girlfriend said
I
there's
thought
no
it was
tomato
Adam,
in
my
pico.
cousin Adam.
I'm pretty sure it's whoever she works with, the Adam she works with.
Oh.
Robbie says, do you like gelato? Okay, I know that's some kind of like Italian ice cream thing. I cannot say I like gelato because I've never had like full on real Italian gelato. So I'm going to say, I don't know. I probably would like it.
Sounds racist to me.
Isla says, I think she confused guacamole for pico, but that's not confirmed. Actually, there are tomatoes in guacamole as well.
Ew. You put tomatoes in your guac?
Yes, you put tomatoes in your guacamole. It's basically pico, and you add guacamole. That's literally, you add avocados to it. That's literally guacamole.
Look at that. Threw her right on her back.
Right on her back. And she's like, no, not me. She's like,
Chelsea Green gets over to tag.
None of them want to tag her.
But they're not going to tag.
Nobody wants to play with Raquel.
Well, it's not that. They're making it sound like that's what it is. It's not that.
Oh.
It's that they want to be fresh and win the championship at the end.
Oh,
I'd sit out the whole time, too.
Shotzi's going to do some jumping out of the ring, I think.
I can't remember Homeboy's name here, but he played in the NBA.
Joshua says Raquel and Shotzi. Yeah, you're going with them for the winnies?
Rackrod and Shotzi championship?
Puka says, okay, gotta relax. Here's my baby mama Bailey. Vindicator says, love how Ronda gets no reactions now, out of sight, out of mind. Hila says, before anyone asked, I hate avocado. I'll eat it, but I can live without it. So no, I don't like guacamole. Travis doesn't really like avocados either, Ayla.
No, I need to start eating.
But they're good for you. They have
healthy.
really, really good fats.
It's one of the biggest health foods there is.
Mm-hmm. Joshua says Shotzi taps to Ronda. Ooh, ouch, Joshua. Rafi says Scotch bonnet spicy is good. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's a hat, a bonnet.
Scotch?
Yeah, it's a liquor hat.
Is it? I thought it was tape, but okay.
Oh, there's Scotch tape too.
Piccola says it should be the Nuggets year. Chris says Sonya looks incredible. And John says, so Trish fills in for Lita to defend belts, but strips Liv and Raquel of belts. Makes no sense.
Well, it's because Liv got her shoulder dislocated.
Yeah.
Tore a rotator cuff or something. I think that's what it was. Anyway, so she's out. And then the girl that did it to her didn't want to hurt her worse and then tore her knee.
Yeah.
That's Dakota. That's how Dakota got hurt. It's because she didn't want to land on the shoulder.
Yep.
And so she got injured instead of just landing on it and dealing with it.
Yep. P. Cole is laughing, and Ayla says, no, the Adam I work with, forgot we have a cousin Adam. I knew which Adam you were probably talking about. I just figured it was the Adam you worked with because I don't think you really talked to cousin Adam that much. P. Cole says, the chat keeps going janky. Sorry. Ayla says, see, I didn't know there was tomatoes in the green grass paste. Yep, there is. It's literally just squished up avocados and mixed pico in with it, and you've got guacamole. Literally. That's what it is.
Maybe after this match, I'll kill the stream, guys, and then reset stuff, and then be back on, so it'll be like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Maximum 10
Maybe
minutes.
we can do something about our internet, because I think it's our internet that's the problem, and it might be because we've been streaming so much for the last 3 days, and I don't think we did a reset except
I haven't
for
reset
Saturday.
it for like a month.
I thought you did a reset on Saturday.
No.
No, take
That was like
back.
a couple Saturdays ago.
Yeah, that was when we were streaming the UFC
Fight.
stuff or whatever.
It was,
some fight or
It was
something.
the boxing. I think it was a Ryan Garcia fight.
That's right. I knew it was something.
Well, it's
Harley
a long
says,
time ago.
Later, guys. Have a wonderful night. Bye, Harley. And Pico says all three. Kenny Smith, Sir Charles, and Shaq Diesel.
Well, Shaq played in the NBA.
What? Robbie says, Ayla, you cook a lot, I guess? And Chris says, I ate avocados like they are going out of style. Sorry for the shortage, people.
Yeah, Kenny Smith. That was his name.
I like avocados,
Kenny
Chris,
the
so
Jet.
I eat them too.
What, did he play for Houston?
Vindicator says, love Shotzi, but she already starting to overdo the dive stuff. We don't need to see the same stuff in every match. It's what she's good at, though.
I mean,
That's what happens when they're good at one thing.
It's like John Cena. He does 5 moves. It's just how you do it. I mean, I get what you're saying, but that's what she does. I think it's okay because she's good at it. Like, if she was, like,
Terrible
catching her
please
feet
don't.
and going head first down, which we've seen by a lot of
Oh
women.
my god, and so many of them have almost broken their
Yeah,
necks.
it's scary.
Scary fucking
But she does
shit.
it good. Like,
She gets the height that she needs, and she propels herself out of it perfectly. All you have to worry about is the women on the outside catching her.
Right. Uh-oh.
Piccolo says, Ravi, you...
Rhonda's
Roland,
trying to
are
break
you
her
trying
arm.
To burn your mouth off. Ayla says, avocado is amazingly healthy. I've tried to eat them more, but gosh, they taste like grass and Elmer's glue.
I put salt and
Put hot sauce on
Frank's Red Hot on them. and then I just swallow it at the biggest
Try
bites I
putting
can
vinegar on them, Ayla. Like, no kidding. Put like a vinegar on them or something like that. Ayla's like, Robbie, I do cook a lot. Not saying I'm good at it. Chris says Ayla just had salt. Vinegar's like, tell Ayla to come over and fix your connection. I heard she is a tech whiz. Chris says, and make it unhealthy. Ayla says, I tried salt, just salty grass glue. Salt isn't unhealthy, Chris. Salt has nothing to do with being unhealthy.
Yeah, salt's great for you. If you don't get it, you'll die.
Pickle says, my go-to is chicken or pork adobo.
Good stuff.
It's good stuff. Ayla says, I eat it in burritos or things that they aren't the main food. You know what I mean? Hidden behind other flavors and texture.
Yeah, nachos and such.
Yeah, I make Travis eat them on his stuff when I make him tacos and stuff.
And I'll eat the shit out of them.
I just put them with stuff and put hot sauce on it, and he eats them just fine. Pickle says, wish I could make better lumpia like the elders. Just practice.
For 2 years, I ate them every day. So it's not like I haven't eaten them or something.
Right.
When I started eating healthy, I started eating them every day.
I was confused.
Was that Charles Barkley?
I don't know who that is. I thought it was what's
Otis?
his face? No, Keith Lee for a second. But I was like, oh wait, he has gray hair.
Here we go. This is what we want to see. Maybe WrestleMania main event right here. Rack Rod. Oh, Ronda Rousey. Ronda ducks it. Oh, gets hit with the backhand, though. Here it is. Picks her up. Power bomb coming. But watch, she's going to break her arm.
Oh, no. Break it.
She'll get the Tahana bomb. Now watch this, though. Ronda's right there.
Ayla says, Ben, I can
there it
tell them
is.
where the power button is.
Tap her out. That would be sick.
That'd be
if she got Rack Rod.
But I don't know. Rack Rod's pretty strong. Her
Yeah.
arms are. So I don't know if she can pull her arm away. She has her fingers locked.
Oh, there it
she
is.
got it apart.
Well, look at though.
Oh.
Bailey's
giving
elbow
a save.
drop right on her baby
Elbow
maker.
drop. Rousey lost an ovary.
Right? I think that was the right ovary.
Ayla says candied avocado. Chris says, yep, love avocados with rice and beans, obviously because Mexican food. I like to eat avocados by themselves.
I love the beans and rice and Mexican food. That's what I miss.
Yeah. Robbie says, what BS was that person spewing about living in a fairy tale?
Yeah.
That was your friend.
Johnny Spaghetti, his wife.
Spaghetti.
Look at this.
It's the moment.
It could be over right here. Rack Rod kicks out.
Sonya and Chelsea almost got it.
Instead of doing that, keep going. Chelsea going up top. Oh, here comes Riff Raff. Rack Rod behind her. The hell was that? Really? All right, into the ropes. Double knee. The Meteora. Rack Rod just kick out again. Oh. Shotzi landed on Rack Rod's legs.
Ouch. Oh,
Right.
doesn't it?
They're a tag team. And he's just playing along with the bot. Oh, God, she fucked up. Oh. Shotzi takes out Bailey. So Shotzi's getting tagged in, so here she's going to lose because of that. But who's she losing to? So Ronda comes in and takes EO out after EO crushes Shotzi. Oh, Lord. Fuck. That's terrible, guys. There's no way you could be...
A face buster of some sort. I don't know how effective it was. Oh, Corey, you're sweet. He's trying his hardest to give him the benefit of the doubt of stupid happening with their
Shotzi just needs
botchatories
she needs to go away. Like, it's official. Like, come on. We've given her time on the main roster. There it is.
There it is.
Just don't hurt Ronda. She's a cash cow. She makes like fucking $3 million a year.
Feels like Bailey pulling a Macho Man. Oh, yeah. Chris is like, Bailey with the Macho Man elbow drop.
Shotzi's going to beat her right here. It's over. Oh, wait.
Shayna's like, I'll take your ass out. It was like, I've been putting off making chocolate chip cookies for about 3 weeks now.
Here it
Just
comes.
make them in bars.
So Shotzi loses right here to Ronda.
Make chocolate chip bars. Oh.
That's it. Told you.
Armbar.
And there's the tap. So predictable. 11:40.
Joshua. Shotzi taps to Ronda. Yeah. Travis said it too. I said it. We all said it. And guess what just fucking happened? It fucking happened!
Shotzi landed on her coochie.
Shotzi took a coochie shot and it didn't work out so well.
No one on the planet thought any other team was going to win this.
Pico says second half Boston wins by 6. You think?
That would be cool.
Chris says Shotzi with Theory face buster move. Yeah.
Is that what, does Theory do it like that?
Does he land in people's coochies?
No, that was the knee that she did earlier.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God, Ronda's face.
Is it okay?
Look at it.
I saw it was kind of messed up a little bit. I think it's just makeup.
Is it makeup? It looks
it's
red
just
down
makeup.
here, but it could...
I mean, she might have some red, but that black part is just makeup.
From Shayna, maybe?
Maybe.
I'm trying to think who has black makeup on.
Well, a few of them do. She has her own black makeup on.
Well, hopefully they interview him in the back. Maybe she'll wash that off. It looks like a bruise.
John says, that was awful. Vindicator says, this is exactly why WWE crowds are dead every week. No creativity with this company. Ugh! Seriously.
Well,
Ugh.
I mean, obviously, this is the best tag team for the women that they could come up with. And we saw this coming for a while. Mm-hmm. To me, it's a surprise this Saturday hasn't happened.
True.
Like, I figured this would happen 2 months ago. But instead, they went, like, they let these guys have a couple weeks off. Mm-hmm. Now I got to remember, if I can remember, to remember that they're the fucking champions. Because usually I'm like, who's the women's tag team champions? Because I always forget it. Ronda and Shayna. B. Champs. And it took them 11:39. All right, should we go and come back? You guys, we're going to go and come back and see if we can't figure this, whatever this is called, out.
Unless you guys aren't having any problems again.
If you guys are okay now, then we'll just stay, because it's only like another hour and a half.
Hour and 15 minutes. Let us know how everybody's stuff is acting. Otherwise, we're going to, like, go out.
Because right now it's just Dolph, so we'd be fine if we miss this one, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Dolph and somebody, probably.
Because I know it keeps kind of going up and down. But I don't know if it's still buffering for you guys. So can you guys let us know in the chat if it's still buffering, if you're having problems with it streaming, or what's going on.
But it's not going to take long to fix it.
Pickle's like, never mind. This stream is jinxed.
Yeah, because right now it's out. So should we just do it?
Okay, we're going to go out, kind of reset some stuff, and we'll be right back, guys. So give us about 5 minutes max.